Hi, I know this isn't the most exciting background, but I need to be sitting in a place where there's not light streaming in behind me. So therefore, we get the kitchen view today. I want to talk about how, if we continue to take in the reality that we are being presented with, it is very difficult to create a new reality. There has to be a pause or a break in what we're consuming and taking in. And when there is a pause and a break in what we're consuming, then we have a chance to step back and see reality as it is, rather than the reality that we're pursuing because it's the reality that we are expecting to experience. And this is why vision quests are so valuable, where you go out into the woods without any food for several days, and it's just you and the land and the nature and the trees. And the point of that really is to disconnect you from the consumption of information, the reception of information that's coming in from our man-made reality, where all around us we're being told what to think and what to believe in, but there's just so much of it, and how do we even make sense of it? We're experiencing the reality that we pursue. We're experiencing the reality that we already believe in, because that's the reality that we're seeking. And in order to stop seeking what we are already immersed in because of our experiences and our beliefs and our desire to be a part of something, we really have to recognize that this is what's influencing our reality. And if we detach from that, we become part of something new. We are the driving force for something new. But it's like, if our cup is continuously being filled up with stuff, then we can never receive with an empty cup something that has newness to it, has potential and possibility for recreation, reorganization of what exists. So obviously it's hard to detach ourselves from what we want to consume, because it's reassuring to us in some ways to have our reality or our perception of reality reinforced over and over again, and then we can say to ourselves, this is how it is, and at least I know that, right? And we're seeking and consuming information because we are seeking truth, because we want to know what is real, and we want to come to a place where we think we have an understanding of, how the world works. But the truth about that is that it's something that's been decided within you that's being continuously reinforced. And we don't want to, if we want to experience something new and different, we don't want to continuously reinforce that. Even if it's fun, even if it's like captivating in a way that's, which is not to say we don't want to learn. Of course we want to learn, and we want to take in things that are interesting. But in order to truly evaluate things on a more objective level, where we can be an observer rather than being influenced by the information, like where we really can see it in the cleanest way and then determine where it fits without having the influence of where you want to fit in, experiences from the past, and what you unconsciously believe in. Because we're right on the precipice of creating something new, and the more people detach from what is, the easier it will be to alter the reality that we see that most of us are just not jiving with. And we want to see things exactly as they are in order to solve our problems. And when we take a lot of assumptions and we dump it on top of everything with our beliefs and our experiences, etc., it's hard to sort out what is versus what I am or what I think I am. There is a phenomenon where when you connect with others, you are not, the person that you connect with in any given moment is going to be the person that they are in relation to you and how you're approaching that connection. And if you have detached yourself from reality for some time, or not detached yourself from reality, but from the conceptual reality that's being created and manufactured all around us, if we remove ourselves from that, and for a time it's just us and nothingness, and we come down to the bare bones, every encounter that we have with human beings from there forward is going to be very different. You might encounter, have you ever had the experience where you thought a person was one way, or you thought people were a certain way, and you had all these maybe negative experiences with them, and then you changed and your experience of that person changed? And it's because people, what is presented, what comes out of them is either who they are in their purest form or who they are pretending to be, and then there are a multitude of aspects of those sort of masks, you might say, that might appear based on how are you presenting with your masks. But the more authentic we become, the more pure our relationships and connections become with each other, so that people can feel the purity of the connection when there isn't this like perceptual agenda that we are carrying around with us everywhere we go. Like, people have to respond this way because this is what I believe, experience, or see, and that's not conscious, but it's happening all the time. As opposed to, there's a lot more dimension and depth and realness in every person we encounter than we actually get to experience because of moving through the world in a remanifestation, a continuous remanifestation of what is, rather than detaching from that and manifesting what could be, because we have shed what is in order to fly out of that space and evolve into something more aligned with the underlying pure, unadulterated reality. Yeah. That's something to take a look at. And if that's what you want, it's not going to be that hard to detach yourself from the consumption of information for a while, because we all are seeking truth. And if we think the truth is going to come from the consumption of information, then that's what we're going to do. But if we recognize that the truth is going to emerge from the shedding of that, then it's going to be easier to do that. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you next time.